dun. Stream has commenced.
No.
Oh, what do we have?
It's a trap.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, bro.
Yay! That was bad. Well, I
Yeah.
suppose she does need to be there at 11, so.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like all the science packs have recovered. Let's start sending rockets again. Trying to uncover the one that's an anomaly.
Did you let rockets go this entire time? Just automatically?
No. No, I didn't want them to go all night. That probably would not have turned out very well.
Tried to enter the thingy. It's like, nope, sorry. It's now 300 bytes.
Well, yeah, the uncovering of the object doesn't really add size. It's when you start exploring it and generating the terrain that causes the problems. Alright, we got modules up here to spare. Excellent.
Whee.
Alright. We've expanded and tweaked all these setups here. So we've got from this spot here, this first line of telescopes. These are the frames, the observation frames. So telescopes all the way down here. All of this stuff up to here is astronomic science. And then got a little setup here for things, and then this is reformatting of disks. And starting here, we got the plasma stream and all the different streams, even antimatter now. We have lots of antimatter. And then we have material science way up here. So all of this up to here is all material science. And then the insight gets sent up to this setup. And so all of this up here, this is all biological. This whole line here. It's all quiet right now because we're not researching anything. And after energy, you can see the little energy bus here. All of these cards, there's two different on each, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, here, and then 18 different things and stuff. And here's the insight for the material. And then energy. All this is energy. Up to here. Energy line isn't actually that bad. I mean, there's a lot of crafters in here, but as far as how much space it takes up, I mean, bio takes up way more space. Crazy. I didn't even think about that. Like, energy was a pretty quick, like, boom, 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 all the way down the line. We had all of the stuff ready to go. I mean, I would love to blueprint all of this. Be like, oh yeah, if we, use the newest version of the mod, we could, just plop these down. But so much has changed in the newest version that I don't think it would even be valid anymore. I mean, there's like 7 new resources that you have to go get, and yeah, it's not easy. All right. Zachel. Okay, so if we want to do spaceships today, spaceship floor. Okay, so all of this stuff up here is for spaceships. Rocket engines are being automated, I think, over here. Yeah. Antimatter ship engines and things. Antimatter booster tank. Okay, so let's see. First of all, alright. Okay. So there's more of that are sitting around than I thought. Okay, so the other spaceship parts, the door, the wall, and the console. Well, let's see, the console can't really be made anywhere other than space, so let's drop that down.
And beyond.
Okay, change this up. Console is less than, say, 3. And I don't really want to mess up, but we're not going to have too many of these running around, so I'm just going to copy and paste. 14,000? No.
Yes.
Now request from buffer chest. I do like that you can just click that. You can set the recipe or you set the requests. Nothing happens if you set your system up right. You check that box and then it finally requests everything. All right. So now the wall. We got the floor, we got the console, now we need the wall. Glass, steel, heat shielding, and low density structure. All that stuff is right down here. I think this is low density right there. There's steel. So let's do low density. Okay. Steel. I got a bunch of mirrors on me. I don't need them. Okay, so that's low density and steel. I am gonna need a requester for the comprehensive astronomic catalog. Actually, no. Let's set this to the right thing first. That would have been a derp. So we got that one and that one. Now we need glass and heat shielding. Glass is way down here. Haunted hollows. Haunted hollows. Let's set this. Spaceship wall is less than, say, 300. There we go.
Acacia?
Yeah, Kasha. So, how are we gonna do this? Where are... I wonder if Renegade set up some crafter somewhere.
He's here. Maybe.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here. I did.
I knew you did the engines, so I wasn't gonna do the engines, but I didn't think you did the other ones.
Yeah, I'm up here, top of the mall.
What happened? I was just
I'm
up
all
there.
to you.
There were a bunch crafted. Did you just pick them all up? Place down the crafters again?
Yeah, because I figured you were gonna rebuild it, but yeah, I have it.
I wasn't gonna do them all because I knew you had the engines up here. I just didn't notice that you had any of the other things because
Yeah, the only
reasons.
thing I didn't build is the console.
Yeah, I've got that down there now. I just figured the flooring, I didn't want to use bots for that because the flooring is right down there, so
Oh, let's tear that down.
a lot easier to just pull it right directly out. Holy engines, Batman. So, spaceship. Do we just build it like...
Yeah, you want to build it in space though.
I thought that's what you had to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to build it on this platform, it will replace this platform.
Yeah, that's why I walked up to the edge. Let's see. Okay. Why does that not look symmetrical? Holy Moses. Okay, I'm thinking too small here. I just
Much.
looked at one of the
About
engines.
3 or 4 times too small. Yeah.
God. One. Yeah, 1, 2. Let's see. Let's just organically fill this in here.
I just splooged and I didn't even touch my armor. I wasn't even messing with it. I haven't messed with it since I've been on.
Hmm.
I did a big.
Yeah. And you're gonna need to be able to put a wall between. Yeah.
Every time I let myself go off of this path over here, I splooge. Okay, that time I didn't. Am I done splooging? Can you stop multiplying my items, please?
Some
Oh,
antimatter tanks.
what the ever living F?
Wow, each one of those is 50,000. Okay, maybe I got too many of those. Okay. How are we supposed to get antimatter on the ship? Is that just
Now, if you can put underground pipes from the ship to here, and like when you re-anchor it to this location, what I would usually do is something like so you know where to place it, and then once it's anchored, the undergrounds will reconnect automatically.
Ah, cool. Let's see. Spaceship doors. There.
Yeah, I'm back.
Well, if you want never-ending platform and Jesus. I just go off the edge of this platform and it makes me splooge.
Ah,
It touched my armor or anything.
weird.
Splooge.
Let's see.
Gonna need to finish the wall first.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Zappis.
And if you click on the console and hit start integrity check,
Launch energy 81 or 61 gigajoules.
and to make that show what you need to go to where you're gonna go, change the destination to wherever you want to go.
Ah,
Now that's just the launch energy. Does not take into account the travel energy also. Now, granted, going to like the surface of novice is only going to take like 5 seconds. And you're also going to need some laser turrets.
laser turrets.
Yeah, because when you're flying, if you don't have laser turrets, you will run into rocks and meteors and stuff, and they will damage the walls. And if a wall gets broken, the ship will stop until the wall is fixed.
Hmm. Well, let's see here. Let's see. must be.
Evido.
Alright, what the hell machine do I use to empty the canister? Particle accelerator. Oh, of course, it's a particle collider. I'm not keeping any of this stuff on me anymore, so. Particle
So you need
accelerator. Um, oh, and of course, I need fluid up here. God dang it. Nothing ever easy in this mod. Oh, man. Oh my god. Okay, super cooled fluid. Unbelievable. There's some. I could just use this. Oh, one square. Okay. Wow. That is really slow. Okay, so the output. Let's see if we can line it up with one of these exhausts down here. This one looks promising. second gravity tab on that. So, star map. So one of the changes they made to the new version is, you know how we're launching satellites to uncover planets and moons, all that kind of stuff. Well, in the new version, the only thing you can uncover are the planets and moons in the system that you're in and other stars. You have to actually go to those other stars and launch satellites in order to uncover planets and moons. That's the main way. There is, I think there's a way using like telescopes and such that allow you to uncover other things, but for the main part, that's how you do that.
I think there's the thruster suit when you have it on doesn't report as much inventory space as the game thinks it should. I think that's why you splooge.
Would make sense.
Because now I've cleaned out my inventory, so I have like 5 lines empty, and now I'm not splooging anymore. I had 2.5 before, now I did it to like 5.5. No, I'm not splooging.
I think you just wanted to say splooging over and over and over again.
Splooge!
Me too.
So if I look at the star map here, let's see. Look at all those planets. I mean, it's just on and on and on. Thanks for resetting that. What was it? Conan. Conan's a planet bigger radius, I think, than our home planet. Yeah, radius 5,000. Then
Ooh,
Conan is 6,340.
you uncovered the anomaly.
I did?
Yeah, top of the list.
Oh.
Phonestra. Sounds like a medicine.
Phone Nestra. 15 hours?
Well, better start now. You have an extra long stream.
Yeah, it'd be just a stream of me just cruising through space.
Start reading the first
Oh.
Game of Thrones book out loud.
You would need a but much bigger ship with many more engines and much more fuel reserve.
And it would go faster, but how big would it need to be? Like, would you have every space with an engine in it and then one little square for you to stand in? And then you might get there in
could.
an hour?
Like 15 hours? Like what do you do in the game for 15 hours?
Do you remember when you started up? I think it was that battery craft on Minecraft that took like 20 some hours.
Well, yeah, but I was able to actually play the game and do stuff while I was doing it. What happens
Oh,
when
you can't do anything. Ugh.
No, you have to be on the ship.
And you can't do anything on the ship.
Well, whatever. I mean, you can put stuff on the ship like crafting stuff and stuff, but I mean,
You're not gonna be able to make 15 hours worth of.
yeah. Not
So
unless you
how?
make the ship as big as a base.
Yeah, how far is the distance you're trying to go?
I have no idea. There's no
There's no unit
Oh,
of measure for that.
wow.
like what happened. Let me Oh my god. I walked way too fast for my own good.
Well, that I don't think the travel time speed is accurate because if you select the planet we're over, if I can find it says the travel time to the surface of this planet is 5.5 minutes. I know for a fact it'll only take a few seconds.
Like I can set one of these rockets on the surface here to the same anomaly, general vicinity. Yeah, it has to load a bunch of fuel. 175,000. I'm hearing a rocket taking off. Why is that? Oh. Because there's a rocket taking off.
Good reason.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off the cargo, or turn off those launches. Mordigian. So ideally we would use one of these first contact rockets to head there, but there's a lot of crap. Why is there so much miscellaneous crap on there? Like none of the actual stuff that we needed. That's weird. Alright. Are you fully fueled yet? Let's make sure.
No.
Let's make sure I have teleporter on me. Come on, bots. We got like 6,000 bots in this base. There you go. Put away the spaceship floor. Wall. Grab some scaffold. Because I want to see what this anomaly is all about.
So do I.
Alright. It's almost full. Almost got the fuel. I'm probably, well, I've got solar. Go grab some accumulators just for funsies. Alright. Anybody want to go to an anomaly?
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Where are you?
On the home planet?
I have to teleport. Wait for me. Button. Are you in the spaceship? The actual, like...
I'm in the rocket.
Yeah. Beep.
Everybody got your spacesuits on?
Yes.
Only suit I got.
Whee.
This looks very anomalous.
Oh, man. Anomaly. Why do I hear weird sounds? Okay. Anomaly. Hmm.
So cool. It's like we flew from space to space.
Oops. I didn't mean to take all those out. So do a wide arc here. What are these supposed to be? I was hoping for like a planet that was just pure resources or something, you know, but okay, well, I guess there's literally nothing out here. Maybe this is an unfinished part of the game.
Yeah, maybe they finished it now.
Huh. A whole lot of nothing. That was a lot of build up for. Whee. Oh. Is Renegade just blindingly searching, or did you actually look
Yep.
up on the wiki?
No, I'm just searching.
I hope I don't fly directly into a black hole. That would kind of suck.
Mm. It's like, get your body now.
Nada.
Yay, we have a square now.
I'm too hip to be square. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the anomaly is supposed to be. I hope Renegade doesn't, you know, run out of jetpack fuel, because that was
I don't even have any jetpack fuel.
Yeah, the thruster suit doesn't need any.
oh,
Unless you actually have jetpacks in it.
oh, I do.
I do too. I have 4. Wait, do I have 4? Yes. Yes, I do.
How much fuel do I have? Oh, yeah, quite a bit. A little over a stack.
I just keep 1 nuclear fuel on me at a time, and that seems to be enough.
Wow, yeah. What if all 4 need to refuel at the same time?
You have 1 fuel tank. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
Right?
Okay, well, anybody out there know?
If we're supposed to find something here
yeah.
or not? If this part of this version of the mod, this was still a whip?
Yeah, I don't know myself. I never made it out here in my playthrough.
Home orbit far. What is this? Oh, methane ice. Oh, wow.
Yeah, way, way, way. Good reason to make a train.
What is this? Blink. Oink. Now it's like 4 million instead of 2 million.
We went to the anomaly while you were gone off, and it's very anomalous. There's nothing there.
Oh, really?
We're thinking it might have been a whip.
Ah, I was gonna say incomplete. Fair enough. How'd you get there?
Just a normal rocket.
Yeah, just a normal rocket.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do want to see what the spaceship is all about, but this thing showed like a 15-hour flight time, and I really didn't want.
I think it's supposed to be somewhere along the lines of like 40 minutes.
Like, what happens if I set? Let's see. Let's try to figure out a place to go on this thing. See, Calidus is our home star. But, like, Conan. Oh. Leg.
Oh. Server not responding.
Okay. How about... Oh, that's a big radius on that one. Jesus. Sinrad. So one of the other things he's dabbling with. Wow, a 55-minute day cycle. Jesus. Is the ability to support multiplayer where people start on different planets.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
It's just like I was going through the patch notes last night, and it's very rudimentary right now. But you know what? I want to go to Brian. Isn't Brian where we? Wasn't that our
Purple
first?
Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's click Brian. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Brian. Flight time 3 hours 41 minutes.
Nah, launch it. You can always stop and turn around while you're flying.
New course plotted. I mean, I'm not full of fuel yet, but that's a lot of fuel storage. 50,000 per tank. I want to see what this looks like, so we're gonna launch it. Okay.
Now you gotta go to the console and engage.
Oh. Oh yeah, it says travel time unknown. Test max speed for estimate. Okay, engage. Whee! How in the hell did he write this? How did he do this? Like, this is crazy. Oh, even my lasers are getting in on it. Sweet. Go, lasers, go. Yeah, how did he script this? This is crazy. Like, I didn't even know Factorio could do something like this. Anchor on Brian.
Yep. Now you just move it around and put it where you want it to land.
Hold on. I just realized what this thing looks like. The silhouette of this.
not realize that.
I did. I'm looking at this going, what in the world? That was completely unintentional.
Sure it was.
It was. I swear to God, it was completely unintentional. Oh, man. That is hysterical. All right. I am on Brian. I mean, I know I could have just teleported here, but yeah, we are going to eradicate the biters on Brian. So, let's do a recharge. Every time I log in, my batteries are like dead, and I mean, I could stream for 9 hours and they still wouldn't charge up. So, what I want to get is first I need to home, middle of base. I need to grab all of these, and oh my God. Where did I make? There they are. Come on, logistics, turn off. Jesus. There we go. Let's see. Really? Oh, that angered the natives. Okay. I hope our wall is good on this planet because I'm about to really upset some biters. Oh, you're still the little baby turds. Okay.
I have no FPS.
Oh shoot. Probably because of the fighters.
I don't know.
Yep, my FPS is taking a little hit too.
I'm 3.1 right now. The server thinks I was still standing on the teleporter. Get out. Yeah, I'm glitched into the teleport. Okay, teleport somewhere, I guess.
I wonder if slow her down a little bit more.
I haven't even got that message yet. Change the speed. There it is.
Oh man.
Well, you got me up 0.3.
I completely recovered eventually, so.
I'm not
Oh,
behind
there it
anything.
goes back down again.
My FPS is fine.
These giant waves coming in. Look at all these spiders. Dun, 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 dun. So many spirits. Oh, caught on rocks. Boom. dies. Everybody dies. Come on, come here, everybody. Oh, my poor batteries. Right. Love to know why the FPS spikes like that. If it's specifically the Pathfinder or if there's something else going on.
Probably a large part of it is the entities that appear on the ground. I wouldn't think they'd be rendered since they're not actually on your screen, but
I wonder if there's a mod to where if a biter dies, that sprite doesn't show.
yeah,
Like when a biter dies, it just disappears.
yeah, I imagine there'd be something. Or it makes it so the decay rate is so quick that it
Yeah.
almost never appears.
I seriously put that in the one square. I love when I do that.
Oh shoot, I'm not told you yet, but you got disconnected, Flower.
Oh, no wonder why my FPS is good now.
Oh. I wonder if maybe space exploration does something funky to where it's displaying, or not actually displaying, but processing everything regardless of where you are. You know, which planet you're on.
Well, yeah, the game simulates all things at all times, and
Yeah, but I mean, even the rendering occurs.
oh no, I don't think so. I would be very surprised if they did that. As
Well, then
good
how do
as
you?
the developers of the game are, like for them to render stuff that's not even on the screen.
I more mean space exploration though, since they have multiple planets. It's like possibly overlays of each planet, all on one
Well,
field.
they're different surfaces, and it's not a new. They didn't add the feature. The developers, Factorio developers, added the feature for multiple surfaces, and space exploration just uses that. Jesus, look at all the biters. No, I suspect it's pathfinding that's doing it. Because you get these large groups of biters all roaming around.
Good time for a potty break. Be right back.
All right.
Alright, let's everybody catch up. There we go. Flower would never catch up. I mean, she was kicked from the game for not being able to keep up, so her ability to keep up, probably not very good.
Yeah. Might even turn it down to half processing.
At least until we're done exterminating.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Just waiting for her to catch up here, because... all the spirits. Alright, I want to do daily turret mark 3. 1, 2, 3. I want to do a... Really? I don't have any chests. I want to copy. Oh wow.
Oh, I found a command that might actually get rid of the corpses.
Yeah, I don't think it's the corpses. Because the trees and the rocks and the little bits of foliage on the ground, they all use, that's all part of the same system, the doodads.
I mostly mean as a diagnostic measure.
Oh my god, that lag is real. Oh,
Oh, I hope I don't get dropped.
love how the shell always lands like just a bit too late. The time lag difference between when you click that button and when the shell actually arrives is so different. Alright, yeah, these were a lot of really close bases up here. Like, why is my FPS so bad?
Oh goody, now I'm at 1.5.
Oh, jeez.
So
It's
what's the command to try to get rid of the? I mean, you can try it if you want to try it. You can try it, but I'm almost certain that it won't make a difference. It's the pathfinders. It's the biters spawning and pathfinding that's causing the
Right.
lag.
What are we trying?
Getting rid of the corpses. That didn't seem to. Unless it only affects new ones.
I'm up to 2.0.
Find entities.
Can you also do a command for like items on ground? Because I know there's a lot of those because of like
Oh, broken rocks and
broken
such.
rocks and stuff
No,
like that.
all that stuff basically goes to sleep when it's not moving or being interacted with. Like if I did the command to get rid of all biters, that would immediately see if it's in here still.
Oh, I got disconnected again.
Nope, shoot.
Pause game. Let me take a peek. My screen's gonna black out here really quick. Factorio. Wiki. Console. I really wish OBS wouldn't black out the screen, but kill all enemies. Kill all biters on the enemy force. So if I unpause the game, kill all units. Bingo. Well, they're going to respawn, so it's eventually going to come back. But that kill all units kills all the roaming biters, and that makes a huge difference in FPS. Huge difference. You know, what is it going to take to get some decent... Look at how many biter bases there are over here.
We need to pause it again so Flower can get in.
No, it's fine. Don't bother. Most likely won't be able to do anything when I get in anyway.
Yeah. Which spooks?
I'm back up to 30. I don't know anybody else.
Well, you never dipped as low as I did.
Oh, I got down. I got down there. Quite a
For, like,
ways.
how many seconds though?
Oh,
1,
minutes
2?
at a time.
Oh, I'm on.
What is Oz driving around out there?
A tank.
Made by Lamborghini? Like what?
I've got 6 overdrive engines.
Jesus. Wow.
Well, the thing is, I think I'm faster without it.
Hmm. That was good for about a minute. Now I'm back down to 3. Or did I get killed?
Nope, you're still alive.
I guess I meant to say dropped. 'Cause
Yeah.
it doesn't tell me. I'm so far behind that it doesn't give me the message.
Yep, it hasn't done that either.
I haven't moved, mostly because I can. Oh, I'm down to 2. Oh well.
Trying to take care of all the spawned in units. It's worlds like this that really kill the FPS. Like having all these biters. Like part of me, if we did another game only using the newest version of all the mods, I would definitely, most likely, um, try to eliminate the biters altogether, and at least on the home world, just because there's so much to do in the mod that it's really distracting having biters. There's so much to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the other planets, it's hard to control what the game does with that. Just because it's the game. I mean, the way that it works. I've gone through the scripts. It is a complex system, to say the least. Oh my god. Those biters spawn quick.
Yeah.
Hey, there are a few more biters on this world than I thought.
Just a couple.
It is windy outside.
Is it?
Crazy windy outside.
I can't see any trees from my window. So. And the grass was just mowed a couple days ago, so it's not very long.
Ooh, Oz is making his mark out there. How are your batteries able to keep up? Like, how is your power able to keep up with that?
I've got 4 reactors.
I've got 8 in mine. 8 reactors. And
I had a pretty good start on the batteries too before I came out here.
come on, game. Recover. There you go.
I can slow down on this if you want. The less biters out there, the sooner this would be.
Oh, get out of the water. Look at all the freaking biters already. Like, within seconds, there's just hundreds of thousands of biters spawned in.
Yeah.
And oh my god. Oh, okay, so note to self, if your lasers do not attack the bases, if you're walking around and there's bases around that the lasers are not hitting, your personal lasers, run like hell. Because that means there's a nuclear artillery shell coming your way.
Oh.
And those bases have already been marked for death, and your lasers are like, oh, okay, well, we won't bother. Yeah, I just had to outrun a nuke. Dun, 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 just a Saturday stroll. Alright, biters, as much as I love you guys have to go away so I can take care of your bases. Can't believe we started this game with rampant. Could you imagine?
Oh no.
Could you imagine what this place would look like with ramping enabled? Like, man, you would need like a supercomputer to play the game.
Yeah. A quantum computer be all like, nope.
Recharge. There we go. Couple well-aimed nukes. Kill all enemies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am definitely losing power in my batteries.
So one thing we could do. Let's go back to the home world.
And build yourself a nice
I'm gonna build I'm gonna build myself an Uber tank. Because my batteries in my suit are not even close to being able to keep up. Like, there's just no... Oh, thanks, server. No way they can keep up. So, I'm going to need to look for alternate ways of protecting myself and killing fighters en masse.
enough. When you teleported out, I had a frame rate jump. Oh,
Oh, sure, blame me. Okay, so vehicle, do we have any of the vehicle stuff automated? I got all
not
the
much.
personal stuff automated, but so the vehicle fusion cells, laser defense, pretty straightforward. You know I did automate a few because I have them requestable. The overdrive engines and the fusion cells.
Yeah, those are the only ones.
They're over here. Yeah, so here are the fusion cells right here. Fusion reactor Mark 5. Fusion reactor Mach 6. Not 1,000 of of those. Jesus. No, not 1,000. Oh, I keep forgetting there's a checkbox now on this. Boy, I've done that many, many times. And then you need a few more of these. Everything looks like it's going so slow because we're playing at half speed. Okay. So now I want you, reactor, fusion reactor, 6. Okay. And then personal, no, I need vehicle laser defense. Vehicle plasma cannon, that would be nice.
I got a few of those if you want to get started.
Trying to maintain my frame rate so I don't. Wow, somebody's doing something big.
Yeah, I'm still killing biters.
So am I. Chaos.
Yeah.
Why don't you come over where I am? Because you can move faster than me, probably. We'll go straight out to the edge, and then we'll zigzag going up and just all the way around a full circle.
Alright.
We
You
don't
follow?
necessarily. What's that? We probably don't want to uncover more of the map. You're actually at like the edge of where we have. But I'll come join up with you anyway.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So steel batteries, steel batteries, steel batteries. I love it when it's consistent, at least. And then you. Batteries are in here somewhere.
Got some nukes incoming, so watch it.
Alright. I saw their targets pop up on the map.
There they are. Okay, so
Oh, if you've got repair bots, you might want to turn them off.
and then this one, this one, this one. These all need some blue circuits. These need red, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring steel in here. very steel heavy process here. And I only care about having this last setup. So you are going to be laser defense mark 6 less than, let's say, 10. Now, I don't need a whole lot of throughput on the last few ingredients that each one of these needs. So I'll just do a little. So this one needs green circuits. So let's just grab some green circuits. This one needs red circuits. Okay, this request from buffer chest. This request from buffer chest. Okay, so this one also needs the reds. This one doesn't, and doesn't. Okay, so we don't need this. So you, and you, I can switch like that.
Run away, us, run away.
And the first 3 are done. Nice. Why did we stop? Ah, yes, red circuits. Wow, how many red circuits are those a piece? Oh, only 5. It just took the bots a while. Bots were probably a long ways away. Let's see.
I'll send that command every now and then.
Okay, let's see. What other vehicle things and stuff? Vehicle batteries. Battery and steel, battery. Okay, well. Wait, was that battery and steel? Yep, I need more steel. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Battery. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. So you want that and that. Processor. Battery. Processor. Battery. Processor. Go. It's 2 of the previous. Okay. So now let's see if we can make a really good tank. Tank 2. Tank 1. Of course you need all the previous tanks. Engine unit. You know what? I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be tank 1, 2, and 3. 1,000 steel. Jesus. 3, really? 10,000 steel? No. How about not? Unbelievable. $8,000 steel. I wish the game was smart enough to be like, hey, this chest can only hold this many stacks, so let's not request 6,000 times more than what can actually be held in this chest. That would be nice. There we go. Oh, why did you guys stop? Oh, you don't need steel, you need batteries. That's what. There we go. Now everybody's happy again. Alright. I have the tank. Did I already have one on me? I did. Okie dokie. Okay, grid. I need this and this gone. Fusion reactor Mark 5 can go there. Wait. Mark 6. Oh no, I don't want the grid. There it is. No, I don't have any shields on this thing. Really shouldn't need shields.
Yeah, just use the repair spell every now and then. You'll probably be alright.
Well, It'd be nice to have one of those plasma cannons on here, though.
I've got some of those.
Yeah, I'd like to have them automated. That way I don't have to ever worry about it.
True, but I've got 14 in my inventory. So unless we start putting them in trains, which is fun, by the way.
Putting what in train? Oh. Actually, I don't think there were many levels of the plasma cannon. If I remember right. No, there were. Okay. One. More of the same. Circuits, batteries, steel, basically a mirror of this.
Is it just me, or is the server already starting to respond a little better?
Oh, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Breon was our main problem. All these biter bases.
Okay. So, I need this for this. 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 And that. All three. All three. All three.
Oops.
Alright, now I can link these all up. And this should already be plasma. Alright, now how big is this? 2 by 2? No, 4 by 4. Damn it. Damn it. 4x4, huh? Yeah, that grid is tiny compared to what it could be.
Yeah.
Man, that tank grid is brutal. You really have to sort of squeeze the stuff you want in there.
Yep.
I could take 2 of these out, 1 of those out, and just put 1 of these things in. Look at the size of that thing. Jesus. Please tell me I picked that up. Okay, good. Now I need some fuel.
Nuclear.
Why am I running there? I have 4 jetpacks on. All right. Outside of the wall. Drop down the tank. I can find it. Yeah, you know what I didn't put in here? Like an overdrive engine, anything like that.
I got some of those if you want.
Oh, I have some. There's just no room in the freaking grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, slow it down, tank. Slow it down. Grid. Sacrifice another one of these. All
Also,
fully gooped.
keep in mind the higher level tanks have artillery.
Yeah, my frame rate's bad enough without mass destruction of biter bases.
Fair enough.
Why is that stupid thing shooting? What the hell is it shooting at? Alright, that was quite the loop-de-loop. It's like Renegade's sort of shaving off
Yep.
bits and pieces here.
If you have trouble controlling the vehicle, take off and overdrive in, because it also increases your turn rate.
It's like a mobile turret. Yowza. That was a lot of biters. Oh, where's this party going? That plasma gun just seems to fire in random directions.
Yeah, it's weird.
The pathfinding might take too long.
Oh, fair.
Maybe there was something there, and then it's like, okay, I picked this spot. Okay, now I'm gonna point this way. Okay, now I'm gonna shoot. Oh, but now it's gone.
Yup. Yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
Steam doesn't update. Crap, Steam.
Oh, yeah.
It never. I'm gonna have to. Every time Steam updates, it never restarts. I always have to restart the entire computer.
Oh, man.
Oh, this time it worked. It's because
Huh.
I was talking to you.
Of course.
You'd complain about me, would you?
Wow. I grossly underestimated how many biter bases there were on this planet.
Well, I thought you figured it was solid, because it looked solid.
Well, yeah, but as far as like the area involved, just the sheer amount of space taken up.
Well, I thought I guess in my mind, the only place that didn't have biters was the starting area.
Right, but the size of the planet, this area actually covered by biters.
Well, I thought the whole, whatever the size of the planet was, the whole planet was covered by biters. That's what I always
Right,
thought.
but can you estimate in your mind how big the planet is?
Well,
Can
no, but
that's what I mean. Like, you just the sheer volume of space taken up by the biter bases is just overwhelming.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's over bases.
did the number cut out for anybody else?
Yep.
Million.
Oh, too bad we didn't look at the kill count
True.
before we started.
I'm sure we haven't taken out half. Oh, isn't there a way to see the kill count, like, recently?
Yeah, you hit like P,
Yeah.
and you go to kills, and you go like 10 minutes.
So far, we've killed 20,000 of each spitter and spawner. Sorry, spitter and biter spawners.
Oh, it's just solid up here. Wow, look at that. Just sea of biters. leg spike. Come on, game. There you go. Get everybody synced in. Yeah, this is going to cause some badness. Little artillery outpost here for your biter killing pleasure. I should have brought some turrets.
I got a couple with me.
Oh, actually fared pretty well. Yeah, that plasma gun, that top tier plasma for the vehicles is glorious. Except it shoots in very bizarre ways. Yay. Outpost defended. Oh, spirits. The stream of light coming at me. This has gutted a lot. This has killed, these guns alone have killed so many bases. Look at the streams coming in here. Look at that. That's a lot of biters. Oh, I'm getting in over here. Wow. Okay, I need some more. Come on. Come on. There you go. See if there's any more. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? You're gonna shoot a nuke at these little wormies? Boink. Oh, I love when I hit like big groups like that. It's so satisfying.
I'll be right back.
Uh. conga lines of, of biters coming in here. It's crazy. Oh my god, they actually made it in. Look at them coming in. Yeah, even though we've cleared out all of that, there's still, this goes all the way up, probably, I would have guessed, right about there. And it's just solid biters all the way up. Hours and hours and hours of biter death would have to happen. Or I'm just
Oh, boy.
curious. Just curious. May drop UPS severely as everything gradually dies. Not recommended for large planets or multiplayer. Yay. So let's try it on a planet with a lot of biters and multiplayer. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
No better planet to test this thing out at, I'd tell you that.
I'm glad I've logged off so my computer doesn't crash.
Fair point.
Alright, so how do we make this thing? It is biochemicals, so I need to be up. Look at the biter bodies. Come on. I have to pause it again. Trying to let my game catch up. Oh, unpause. So, thinking this is going to have to happen into the biobus or somewhere close to here.
Bio bus.
What?
Into the bio bus, yeah. Be the easiest place.
Okay, so crafting. Oh my god, where is this thing at? Space. Okay. I think it has to be biochemical laboratory. let's try to find it. PL. Plague rocket. Biosludge and chemical gel. Can you bring those over?
Yep.
I will get a requester storehouse and a chest. Requester chest. Requester storehouse. Okay, so no, you. Okay, so we need significant biomass. At least 100 of that. Looks like it's not in the system.
What, biomass?
Significant biomass.
It's right here.
Ah, I don't need a requester for that then. Good. Okay, next thing it needs is going to be extended biological catalog, which, even though it's right next door, I'm going to still request. I think 40 of those. Alright, now I just need the biosludge and the chemical gel.
Biosludge is right here.
Okay. Biosludge. Okay, chemical gel and the contaminated biosludge goes where?
It will be here.
Yay, okay. So you stack connect less than 10 AG. Plague rocket is less than 10. Okay. So I need to take out a submachine gun. I need a rocket launcher. Oh, come on, craft a little faster here. There we go. Where is... Alright, I've got some plague rockets. Oh man. What's with that? We have better modules. Alright. Yay. Teleporter. Look at the bodies. Oh my god, that's funny. Land of 1,000 corpses. Okay. Let's see if our server can survive. I don't want to stay back. I don't want to aggro them. I want to just watch as it slowly envelops the entirety of all of the biters. All right. There it goes. Oh. Seems to be spreading. Although I don't know what to make of it. I think it's set as like a 15-minute timer. And we're at 0.5 speed. So I don't know if that doubles it to a half an hour. But so far it's... Does it kill everything all at once?
Do not know, never used it.
The health is regenning on this. Kill all biters. Can extinguish all life from a planet.
Wonder if that includes us.
Yeah, it doesn't say specific. Maybe he should have put all in all caps, so it's all life on the planet.
To the secret lab.
Wrong lever. Why do we even have that lever?
Home orbit. In space. Okay, now in. That was on Brian. Where's Brian? Brian. Yeah, it's still going. Oh, it's spreading. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's spreading. Yikes. Now I can see why UPS is hit so much. It doesn't... It probably would have been a little more UPS friendly if it would have just killed in a wave. Just a very slow moving wave. Alright, I'm going to go on a quick break while this plague spreads. I will be right back.
Oh yeah, my frame rate's hurting now.
It's not all that's hurting. Wait.
I'm probably gonna get dropped.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay.
Yeah, can you pause it for a second?
Oh, sure.
Thousand one. All right.
Yep, starting back up.
At least until I catch up.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Huh? Is it good or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, it didn't last long, but
I wouldn't pause it anymore though.
Yeah,
no,
probably.
it ain't gonna help. What about killing all the biters?
Yup.
I mean, my UPS is down to 10. I'll be right
Take
back.
it. Okay.
Smoke break, yeah.
Ah. Actually, I was gonna say I take it he slowed it down more, but no, it's probably that the
Plague. Yeah.
well. Yeah.
He also put off a plague bomb.
Yeah. That'd do it. Interesting. It must not affect the whole planet at once because
No, it
there
says
are
wave.
it spreads. Okay.
Yeah, it says it in the description.
I guess I took that differently.
Snap! They're gone! Oh, yeah.
Server's suffering a little bit.
Let's pause it.
I got a command to kill the biters again too.
Shouldn't the thingy do that?
Yeah, but it'll help not killing all the biters that have spawned. Wow, that plague has ballooned. That helped a little bit. Wow, look at that. It like started, I was really underwhelming when it started, but it has now completely eradicated this huge section.
Oh man, that gas cloud can't be good for everybody's processor.
Ooh. Yeah,
Uh,
8.8 UPS.
is it disappear? I wonder.
Yeah, it has a timer on it.
Okay.
I can't remember what that timer is. Settings. Mod settings. Plague max runtime is 15 minutes. After a plague has been running for some amount of time, all plague particles in trees and enemies are destroyed. So 15 minutes. So I mean, I could set that to like 5 minutes, and it would. I mean, it would kill things faster, but. Come on, game. Wow. Part of the processing power is all the particle effects. Like if it would dial down the particle effects,
Yeah.
that would be a huge benefit.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big things about the Bob's enemies that was killing us was those ice cloud.
This is definitely a stress test of the particle system that they implemented.
On this planet, Death?
He went AFK, remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm still moving. Why am I? I'm not hitting the keyboard. Stop.
Yeah, everything is, including the commands.
Don't think. There we go. Well, I took a couple minutes for it to actually take that command. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. The warning on that weapon.
Just in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah. totally weren't believing him.
I mean, I can imagine even in single player, this would cripple a system. The sheer amount of stuff, even if particles aren't even on the screen, it still has to catalog them and spread them and iterate through them because they tick in the spread.
Sounded like a euphemism somehow.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'll try to pause it again just to... Let me keep it paused for a minute here. And let it actually... Let the UPS catch up. Wow. I can see if the buffer and my stuff catches up here. Not sure what this, I mean, I know what latency is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're caught up. Yowza. Now the second I unpause it, and there it goes again. So what's the command? Sorry about the blank screen. Get player percent. What's the kill all enemies? Copy. I'll pause it again. Now, can I run a command while this is paused? No. Now that should have killed all the biters, bases, worms. Hold on. Can't even click on Brian anymore. There we go. Why did these find entities filtered? Surface. wonder if it just did the surface I'm on. Jesus. I can't even run. Yeah, my buffer is filling up. Basically, I think that's how many. Latency is fine, but the buffer is just how many updates are streaming in that have to get processed by the local game. Not sure what jumps mean.
Well, that's where you intentionally let your feet leave the ground. Or welcome. Oh, is the server not responding for anyone else?
No, I'm on it. It's just slow.
Ah, okay.
Alright, that probably did it. Ugh. Now is the plague still going?
Think so.
Yes, plague is definitely still going.
It looks like it dissipated some where it first landed, at least.
No, it comes down to like particles. Is there a command? Can you get the wiki and see if there's a command that takes particles away? I'm not sure if such a thing exists or not. Because now I think the lag is caused by particles and not the damage of biter bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt that plague rocket would be as bad if it didn't, spawn tens of thousands of particles.
Could it just do like a? Would it still count as a particle effect if it was just like a green ring?
Depends on what the ring is made of. If it's made of particles, then definitely. But I would axe the particles altogether and just show that the damage of the entities is how the plague is spreading, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I don't know if it's the particles themselves that are doing the damage. Because if that's the case, then yeah, you need the particles in order to deal the damage. But my buffer is way filled up. 1400, 990, 980. Like it's a lot of backlog that I have to process. So yeah, lesson learned. Don't do the plague rocket because it makes the things even worse.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a command for it.
Okay. Wow, look at all that. There we go. Now I'm catching up. There we go.
Go, buggy, go.
Whew. Wow, I was lagging way behind. I mean, my latency wasn't bad, but my buffer was. I don't know what that is, but it was getting full.
You filled that buffer. Feeling good.
Okay, well that's good. It looks like it only has that particle effect. Oh no, I see it in other places too. But it's most dense where the biters are. So now that you got rid of them all.
Yeah, my frame rate and UPS have really recovered here.
Yeah, same here.
Now the big question is whether or not the chunks we hadn't generated.
I explored some chunks we hadn't before. They were didn't find any. I'll go search for some more.
Oh, there's some plague particles. Oh man. There we go. Now I'm in territory that doesn't have any biters at all. Which tells me that one of the things that Plague Rocket might do is disable new biters from spawning in unexplored chunks. Because that is definitely a command that you can run, but if the rocket itself does it, because there are no biter bases out here.
Yeah, there's not even corpses of them.
Look at all those biter bases. That is crazy. Alright, yeah, I'm getting a steady 30 FPS.
Wonder what the file size is now.
uh,
Okay.
Not less than I'm guessing you're thinking.
Probably not, but we did kill a lot of these biter bases. I think once the remnants, once their corpses finally fade away, because they do eventually all fade out, I think that will probably help the file size, just because it doesn't have to save all the corpse locations.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it takes for that stuff to fade out, but pretty amazing. Yeah, when running that command, just destroy. It doesn't actually kill the base, so it doesn't actually leave remnants. It just destroys the object completely. So that's why there's huge swaths of explored land that doesn't have any remnants, doesn't have any dead bodies or bases. Where we had previously had radar coverage, like in here, there should be a bunch of bodies and stuff, but they didn't die any normal death. They just were obliterated from the map altogether, whereas these guys actually died. Whoa. Oh yeah, blazing's fast.
Hello.
Look at all these bodies. Clear all these from the radar.
With all this done, we can probably turn the processing back up to 75%, maybe even 100 by now.
Yeah, back. Hey, they get dropped.
Way back.
Right. All right. Clear that on here. Gotta bring up chat again in case anybody wants to send a message. Even more iron. 16 million iron. 37 million. 43 million. Yeah, there's a lot of iron on this moon. It's glorious.
Yeah.
Well, Diego will be able to tell us look how fast he's downloading that thing. How big is the map, Diego?
He's not in chat yet.
There he is.
Afternoon.
Hello.
How
How
big is the map?
When I finished downloading at 124.
Oh,
fair amount smaller, I think. Because last I knew it was like what 126.
Brian has been cleansed. Looks like the plague is still going on. We still have Pericles out here. It's kind of weird. It should have finished by now, but oh well. Apparently, in the new version, there's a new way of launching stuff into orbit. I'm not sure if it's better or cheaper or worse or what. Getting occasional lag spikes. For whatever reason. Yeah, big lag spike here. What's everybody doing?
I'm just in space, so it's probably not me.
Yeah, my FPS dropped to like 4.5. Now down to 4.
It's probably the particle effects.
Yeah, that could be. Oh. Visit our outpost in this area here.
Yeah, been a little bit since I checked on that. I did something interesting with the ores coming out of the core mine here. Basically, this column here is like from external sources. You know, if I have an oil deposit like up here, or if there's a iron deposit, it'll come in here and it'll get loaded into the kind of distribution center before it goes out. That way the core mine can take priority. And then any excess will come up here to the rocket.
Sweet. Nice. Are we actually mining any uranium up here? Like this whole planet was supposed to be a uranium plant. Oh, there's some.
Yeah, there's a little one down here where I am, but it's going straight into the uranium processing. But at any time, if we have a spike in need, I can just slap some in.
So one of the big changes in the new version is he adds 7 new resources. And the resources, I think he tries to distribute them according to the type of planet or moon. So like this is more of an icy cold world or moon. And so there would be a specific set of resources that would be most likely to spawn on this planet and not any others. And then there's a volcanic type moon that again has a different set of materials, and so it basically enforces the need for outposts, because you can't get those resources at home. You have to go out and build outposts. Now, what those, I don't know, what the richness of those values are or where they're used, I know they're used. He distributes a lot of that those extra things in, in the module creation and in, shields and stuff like that. And there's even a new shield object that, uses power, but it creates a impenetrable shield as long as the power holds out. With a similar sort of arc as a plasma turret or a flamethrower turret. So that arc that creates, that's actually, instead of an arc of destruction, there's a shield out there that blocks biters and even spitters.
I think the primary purpose for the shield was actually for the ships. So you don't need to worry about the turrets on the ships.
Oh, I don't know. Those shield buildings are huge. From what I've seen, they're enormous, and I don't know. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
it could be.
Well, I mean, the ship you have right now, the structural stress of it is 728, and one square that does not have a wall, just like an empty square in the middle, is 1. A walled section is 0.5, and you have a max of 4,500. And you haven't even gotten into the factory ship research yet. Have you?
I
Yeah, you did.
might have done a couple of those. Reminds me, I have to go back to Brian and get my ship. How in the world did he script this? Like, how in the world? Yay. And the pipes all hook up themselves again. These are filling up. Yeah, in theory, if you did that research, that infinite research for factory ship enough times, you could have this entire platform that we have this factory on. We could have this entire platform be the ship. Could imagine how how messed up that would be, but it could be done. Well, I don't know what else to do. Like, I was hoping that anomaly thing would be something new and interesting, but I mean, I could spend the rest of the time tinkering in the files and show everybody kind of what I do in the back end to create the like the tweaker mod that I have. I started the process last night. I manually downloaded the new version of space exploration. And I was starting to go through the files and see what recipes have changed and which ones I've tweaked and which ones, maybe have been renamed. So leave it up to the viewers if you want to see some scripting and programming side of the game, and maybe get some familiarity with how the back end of mods are made or are working, and maybe how you can edit mods that you like, but maybe have a feature or two that don't do something that you want. I can definitely show how that's done. Or if you have specific questions about a process or a mod, we can definitely take a look at that. So I'll leave the next minute or so for people to get that information and respond to it, because I know there's a delay. So yeah, we'll see if anybody's interested in the back end of things.
Phrasing.
Yeah, I know. The euphemisms abound. So let me go put the plague rockets I have back, because I don't want to accidentally fire one of those. That would be bad. bad. No, what are you here? All right. Anybody out there interested in sort of the behind the scenes of mods, the guts and the things? Uh-oh, I think Renegade is building something. A bread box ship. You know, I should start asking, you know, viewers for a negative. Like anybody who doesn't want me to do this, please respond. Because it seems that the fingertip to keyboard energies required in responding to anything is too much to ask. I mean, even if you're not interested in it, you know, that's gonna do it for the stream because
If you're watching it on a phone, they make it kind of hard to type.
I mean, even an emoji, you know, thumbs up icon or, you know, smiley face or an okay. Is, I don't. To be honest, I don't know if I'm awake enough yet for even to tackle that, but. Could should increase the limit on that spaceship flooring now that we've got that system unlocked. 500, how about 5,000? No, how about 2,500? Yeah. And I do believe the other big change that he made that I want to look into is beacons, because basically what he did is any given crafting machine, and I honestly don't know how he did it, but any crafting machine can only be affected by one beacon. But he adds wide area beacons that have like 16 module slots in them. So, you know, that's the trade-off. One beacon per crafting machine, but a beacon that has like 20 slots in it. But I don't know what the transmission rate of those beacons, because vanilla beacons only transmit half of whatever is in them, which sucks. But as expensive as modules are, and modules are very expensive in this version. In the next version, they're even more of a nightmare because they, you know, a lot of them require the new materials like naquita and beryllium and, you know, elements that you get from sci-fi basically. Because of that, they're even more of a barrier. So, you know, if the top tier of beacon, sure, it might have 14 module slots, but does it transmit 100% of its modules, or 75%, or 50%? Because, yeah, it'd be nice to have one beacon, and that beacon, you know, you can have 20 top tier modules, which, I mean, speed modules, that would be 20 of these would be, what, 2,000%? Yeah, 2,000% speed in one beacon. That's pretty good. So I'm not against, a lot of these changes in my tweaks mod. I'm not against a lot of the stuff in this mod. This process that we go through to make all these cards and get all these cards and create the science packs. I didn't find inherently bad. What I was concerned with, and the reason I made the tweaks mod, is just the sheer scale at which you have to build. Because without that tweaks mod, like this craft right here, this superconductor prototype, this is way, way worse in the vanilla version of the mod. In my version, we have 80% chance to get 1 to 5 superconductor prototypes. Okay. In the vanilla version, that's like, I don't know what it was, but it was something like 30% chance to get 1. So you'd need, 50 of these machines in order to keep up with the amount of crafting and research that you need to do. And I knew our server really, really couldn't support that. And so I had to tweak a lot of these recipes to be a little bit better, or in some cases, very much better, because it was getting insane. I mean, look at this stack over here for this biomass stuff. I mean, this thing goes on and on and on to create this stuff, and so it's a lot of strain on the server. If you're playing in single player mode, go crazy. Like you can just keep going and going and going. But on a server like this advanced neural gel, I tweak this craft. So for one, it takes less time, and for two, it gives you twice as much neural gel for the same ingredients. So you don't need 6,000 crafters for that. And you still need it for the, crafts down the road, but you don't need as many crafters making it. And that's really what my tweaker mod was for. It didn't drastically change the process of science. And the other things it changed, it changed modules. Modules used to be, you'd need 3 of the previous module to create the next version of the module. So you create the first one. The second one, by default, took 3 of the previous versions. And 3, and 3, and 3, and 3, and 3, and 3. And then the final version, So to get this level module, you'd need what is that? 3 to the 9th, 3 to the 8th power? So 8 times 8, 64 times 8. Which is a lot. 64 times 8. 128 times 4. 256. That's 512. 512 of the first tier module to make one of the last tier module. And I thought, that's a little much, I think. So it's just one across. It's just one all the way up. And I didn't actually even change any of the crafting times. 512 seconds for these last ones. Oh crap, that's crazy. It's like 5 minutes, almost 10 minutes at crafting speed 1 to create one of these. And so yeah, crazy. So that's one big change I made on the tweaker mod. Let's see, what other big change did I make? Oh yeah, I changed the fluid. The thermal fluids, even with a base that was not too big. I mean, we have a lot of crafters and stuff. We were still really hurting on thermal fluid because by default you put 10 in and you get 5 and 5, which this system was great for. I mean, this system can handle quite a lot of stuff, but we were starting to struggle as we got biological stuff online, and as I was getting energy stuff online, we were really starting to hurt. And so I doubled the size of the crafters on this, and it seemed to help, but if our base was full blast, we were still struggling. And in the whole spirit of having less crafters, I just tweaked the recipes on these. So now you put 20 in instead of 10, but you get 15 of the first and only 5 of the waste. So you still have to have you still have to have the infrastructure to deal with the waste and all of that, but it's a little bit easier, a little bit better in terms of that. And the last major change I did was the science packs. Science packs crafted one at a time, and that just wasn't for me. Because of how much work goes into these, I was against that. So these basic ones are 10 at a time, and then the deep space uses 80 significant data, and default, get this, default 80 significant data plus one of every super advanced type of catalog plus a bunch of super cooled fluid plus some advanced mineral gel only gave you 4 deep space science. And these other ones were 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 significant data to 2 science packs. That's the vanilla version of these. I think it was 2 science packs. I think it still might have been 1 to 1.
It was
So
1 to 1.
yeah, that's why I want to say it was 1 to 1. And so an 80 to 4 ratio, which is what is that, 20 to 1 ratio for these? Yeah, 20 to 1 ratio. That was for me, that was a little much. So now it gives you 60 deep space science. So it's still a little worse of a ratio than these other ones, but it's much improved. Like, there's just no contest to how much better that is. And then the last change I did was the significant data itself, where 9 of each. So it only changed I only modded the universal simulation. Okay, so if we look at crafting, and we look at all these simulations, so there's tons of simulations in here, right? Which start combining the science and gives you more and more and more significant data. If you go all the way and you build all the way up to the universal simulation, in vanilla, 9 of each insight gave you 5 significant data, which is only a microscopic improvement over the other advanced simulations. And I thought, if you're going to go with the infrastructure and all of that to get yourself into this situation, I want to reward you basically. And so 9 of each insight gives you 20 significant data instead of 5, and that helps with all the things, which is why I'm able to research so many things. I've got up to mining productivity 13. The next level of that, 25,000 science packs. So once you get like deep space stuff, the research is, the base researchers use a metric ton of science packs, and you use them in such vast numbers that I was like, I just want to reward the player for doing that and getting all of this infrastructure done. Part of me wanted to do these observations, cut down the crafting time on these, so you don't need as many. But I don't know. So some changes, I don't know what are going to come, and nobody has really. Is anybody watching the chat? Is my chat broken? Has nobody said anything after the now you can play Skyblock?
Yeah, I haven't seen any messages.
So so
It's not
nobody's really interested in in seeing the back end of things, usually people have interest, but apparently only people are interested in 7 days back ends, because it seems to be all I'm known for these days. Even though I haven't actually covered that game in, geez, how long has it been since we played 7 days?
Months.
At least 6 months, if not more. Yeah. So yeah, a little shorter stream today. I honestly thought there would be more at the anomaly. I was hopeful there would be more at the anomaly, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Can only do so much. All right, well, that is going to do it for the stream, everybody. Next week, who knows what we're going to try. I'm leaning towards a modded attempt at Satisfactory. I want to see if mods work in multiplayer as well as they do in single player, because a lot of them have been polished, a lot of them have been updated, and they just make the thing so much. Like that Mark IV miner is crazy. Thinking about the scope of resources is crazy. Plus the Mark plus mod with the Mark III equipment is insane. So it'd be fun to have some super mega base multiplayer stream over the next month or so. Or we could do Generation Zero. It's limited on how many players can play, but it could be fun to destroy some mechs and stuff. So yeah. So you're trying 7 days. Darkness Falls. I don't know. Darkness Falls. I'd have to look at it and see how much it changes. Like if it forces like a class system where you're going to be a warrior class or a scavenger class or something, like I'm against locking somebody into a certain play type like that. As shown by the name of my channel. So I'll look at it and see, make a judgment call and ask around and see if any other Patreons might be interested in that. But that game has lost favor for me just because the developers don't seem to know what they're doing. So yeah, thank everybody for coming by, and I will see you next week.